What is up, gamers? It's your boy the Goons, and we are here for episode number 30 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. In the last episode, we made significant progress towards putting Little Miss Dahlia Hawthorne in jail. And in this episode, we're going to continue. Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist.
I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm.
Witness! Just who are you anyway?
I'm...
I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness.
Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself! Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. You don't? You don't mean... Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses.
What did he say?
It looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go.
No way, but then why?
If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade.
Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But, I thought she died 5 years ago! We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see.
Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years?
That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime.
Objection! Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we're finding her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder.
Objection! Really, Miss Fay, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost.
How dare you!
Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. Miss Fay must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her.
What?
I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Fay, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister?
Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me.
Ha! I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim.
What? That wasn't me. It was this guy, this crazy coffee addict.
I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man.
Ha! What makes you think they're empty, boy?
Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets.
I am sweating bullets.
And you think you're in a tough spot, huh?
Of course, aren't I?
No. You've just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you.
Up to me.
The rashness of youth. How charming.
This coming from someone younger than me.
Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Fay, what motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? What is this? Is this the defense's idea of a joke? If so, I certainly don't get the punchline. Well, Miss Fay?
Oh, that was the rashness of youth.
The rashness of youth?
Wait, what? Are you shitting me? I don't have a save file to go back to. At least I'm not gonna burn 4 minutes. Okay, hold on. Let's save a little bit closer.
What the fuck could the motive be? What motive could she have? Terry?
Alright, hold on. I don't really know.
This. The story starts after Terry Fawle escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. The whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth.
The whole truth?
There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently.
A terrific story, Miss Fay. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Fay. What was this secret that was so important? Where's your evidence?
Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Fawle. There's only one important secret that connects them all.
Oh yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony.
Oh, what testimony?
Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters.
Very well. I'll grant your requests for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf?
Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge.
Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles.
If anybody's got womanly wiles, it's Mia Fey. Ah, hell!
5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Fawle. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Fawle in the arm. That's when Mr. Fawle tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life.
I don't know how to...
The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe, after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Fay?
Yes, Your Honor.
As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination.
Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again.
Ha! If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We've still got that info, that ace up our sleeve.
What info?
Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged.
That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Terry Fawle told us that in the lobby.
I'd do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too.
Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret.
Alright, Fuck, it just immediately objected! Bullshit! So, we need to present this. $2 million gem uses a ransom for Dahlia, lost to the Eagle River. She shot Mr. Fawle in the arm. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna try just presenting the diamond. Nope. Nope. I wonder if I should maybe just press that.
And that's why you hid your identity?
Yes, I only told my sister.
Valerie Hawthorne, eh?
Yes, she's the only one who knew about me.
Meanwhile, legally, this witness has been deceased for 5 years.
I didn't ever want something like that to happen to me again.
Let's go ahead and save. I think anytime we like are able to press, let's go ahead and press her on that.
I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment.
Well, when Mr. Fawle was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned to try and run away, but Mr. Fawle turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin.
Bloodthirsty grin? Oh!
And in the next instant...
I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift.
I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I'd been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. Then just one little shove from behind. That was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and save the game. Press her on that too.
That was a dangerous thing to do considering you were being held hostage.
Yes, but actually that saved my life.
What do you mean?
You see, Mr. Fawle was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me.
So I'm gonna save here. I'm wondering if I can just present that. Nope. I wonder, can I like press that?
I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million.
$2 million?
It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk.
A $2 million pint of milk? I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister, Valerie, make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual.
By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think he wanted to make the exchange up there on that mountain? If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape.
There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety.
What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Fawle is.
Yeah, right. It was your plan.
Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond up to the mountain and...
So I'm not really fucking getting anywhere. What other evidence do I have? Bridge unchanged for 5 years. I mean, realistically, I think I want to attempt to present that. Nope. I think I'm going to present both of those things just at that. So hold on. So we're going to do the statement and the diamond. Because I feel like I've pressed everything at this point, you know? The ransom price was a diamond. Which that's true. I'm not really sure what to do here. Is there anything in the profiles? Fell from bridge, no body found. It's not it either. Not really sure what to think. I'm gonna save the game again here. Have I pressed this one yet? I think so. How do we prove it was a hoax? That's what I want to know. I'm gonna pause the walkthrough because I'm spending too much time on this. This is the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard. So here's what you do, right? You present the map because the implication is that she would have fucking died.
You say that Mr. Fawle pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe.
But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Fawle's.
I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible.
Impossible?
I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind as you've claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible!
Objection! Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then.
But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference.
I never would have thought of that shit.
You're right! If the events occurred just as the witness has testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this?
You see,
Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated she fell from the back end of the bridge.
What? What do you mean?
After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Fawle panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct?
now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires.
You can't be serious!
Fucking bullshit, dude.
Order! Order in the court! It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Objection! Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault.
What?
I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Fawle panicked. Therefore, you could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible.
Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it?
Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. What?
Oh.
Your Honor, all the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there.
No!
But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over.
Objection! So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Fawles had been shot in the right arm.
Ah!
And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Fawles throwing the witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible!
Order! What is the meaning of this?
Dahlia Hawthorne! You jumped into the Eagle River intentionally!
What? What is this? Objection! Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous! My sister was there to help me! She had her gun in handcuffs! She could have saved me! Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide!
Objection! Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did! You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current, but even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river.
Objection! Oh, then what was it? What was so important she'd want to jump into the river?
The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of Eagle River. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond.
No! It can't be!
Yes, Dahlia had it planned from the beginning. The $2 million. She was going to keep it all for herself! She forced Mr. Fawles to help her fake the kidnapping. Bang. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack.
Why, that's simply ridiculous! Order! Your Honor, 5 years ago the witness was only 14 years old! Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan?
This woman is a demon! And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? Objection! But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping?
Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Fawles, Valerie herself called her sister, Dahlia. And she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note.
That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne!
Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Forgive me. It's just hilarious. Witness, is that you? You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fay! You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally.
You have the evidence to back it up, don't you?
Evidence?
Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted with Mr. Fawles and my sister.
Well,
And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fay?
I don't know.
What a joke! Miss Faye!
Are you stupid or something?
How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I'm forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are.
I don't have shit. Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it. Ha! Without evidence, the trial's over.
Who decided that?
Mr. Armando! Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fawle's stolen car and then went to meet with the victim. Or with him, disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who's the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes? Listen up. This is your last chance. Think it over. Oh. Wait, what? Terry? Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness?
Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Fawle.
The defendant?
There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo was Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Fawle.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Fawle. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way! Dahlia died 5 years ago! Valerie betrayed me!
Mr. Fawle, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million.
That's not true! Mr. Fawle, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne, or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia! Dahlia! Did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised. She promised never ever betray each other.
Terry?
Dahlia! It's true! It's true, you are alive!
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Hear the truth! The real truth! I believed in you!
I shouldn't need to say it. You already know. But there is one thing I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
I will allow Mr. Fawle to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Fawle, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness! I'm sorry, I apologize. Please, Can't talk, need water.
Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. We're gonna let this episode go a little later, just because we're coming up on the ends.
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of a bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. I watched my car from bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, and she left. That was Valley, not my Dahlia.
Mr. Fawles, you're covering for her. Do you think she would have...
Objection. That's enough, Miss Fay. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Fawles? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence. There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten. I think. So... hold on. What do I have? Stab with a knife. Bridge is 40 feet. Okay. Worn by the victim at the time of the incident, found on a dusty bridge. Sure. 4:30 p.m. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. I watched my car from bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. Is that what happened? Okay. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia. We're kind of cutting it close on time here. Present the witness's photo on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th. Jesus. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Fawles. I'm sure that you're lying.
Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Fay.
You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right?
But that's the victim at the end of the bridge.
I had a feeling that was what they were trying to do, but it didn't look like it. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Fawles, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Fawles, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
I got there around 4 o'clock, it's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place. Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, it's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
A memento?
5 years ago, I hid it on the base of tree there. It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get. This little bottle on a necklace is your memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty.
Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car.
No! Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it.
I've still got a chance. Mr. Fawles, there's no mistaking it. Mr. Fawles?
That's enough. Please. Oh, witness! I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens, that we can't trust each other no more. Then we're supposed to drink bottle. No! Stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess! That was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
No, we are so close, just a little more! I was going to prove your innocence!
No, don't want that. Don't trust yourself. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. False!
Mr. Armando, thanks for the coffee.
Mr. False! I forgot about this. And so my first trial ended. Suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Unforgivable. That witch. Mr. Armando, we were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's all my fault Mr. False killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're gonna make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Mia. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Mr. Armando! No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. One year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. The DL6 incident. That's not what they're talking about, though. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was...
Guilty, of course!
Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect, angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Ooh, episode 4, Turnabout Beginnings. The end. Ooh. I completely forgot. Because I knew that she lost the trial. Because that's why at the very beginning they say that, like, it's a rematch. I knew that she lost, but I didn't realize that's how that went down. I thought we had her, bro. God damn, let me save the game for now. Holy fuck. That got me, dude. Oh my god. Incredible writing. But for now, we're about 10 minutes over. Thank you so much for watching. In the next episode, we will start episode 5, Bridge to the Turnabout. But I'm gonna get the fuck up out.